Hi, Molly.
How are you, my darling?
Not 100%,
You
but
sound very
I am
stuffy
getting
still.
there. Yeah,
I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank our listeners for their overwhelming support on our first episode. We are very, very grateful to all who listened and who subscribed on YouTube and who liked and followed on Spotify. We are super, super grateful for your support.
thank you a million.
Now it's like the 14th of Jan. We wanted to touch on a topic which is very dear to my heart, not as dear
Not
to
really
Rena's
mine.
heart, but it is dear to my heart. And it is the topic of New Year's resolutions. I think we should just make it very clear from the onset what camp we are each in. I am in the four making New Year's resolutions camp, and Rena is.
And against it, 110% not making any New Year's
There's no need for that.
resolutions.
But anyway, there's no need to be like that. But anyways, yeah, I make resolutions every year. It's just part of who I am. Okay, so I guess let's start with a fun fact from me. I am doing dry January this year. I do dry January every year. It's just this thing that like millions of Brits sign up to. We have an app on our phones, and like at the end of every day in January, it will say, "Oh, did you stay dry today? As in, did you drink any alcohol today?" And for the most part, people say no. I think over Christmas, what happens is I will drink quite a bit, have a few glasses of wine. I know a bottle of Pinot Grigio hates to see me come in. So January, I kind of give it a bit of a break, and I do dry January. Rena, what about you?
Fun fact about me is I am not doing dry January. But
Wow.
I will be drinking less in prep for Carnival because I'm planning on going home for Carnival, Dominica. So I plan on drinking a little bit less and drink a lot more water so I can stay hydrated in prep for Carnival.
You know what? You're trying, and God loves a trier. So that's fine. Well, so what's happening? So for me, I'm gonna do dry January, and then I am going to have a bit of a gap from like the 1st of Feb to the 18th of Feb. I'll have a few
Yeah.
drinks. And then Ash Wednesday is when? The 18th of Feb.
The
So I'm actually going to try, yep, the 18th of February, I'm going to try for the whole of the Lenten season not to drink. I mean, it is very well intentioned, but it's something that I also want to do.
I might jump on that Lent giving up alcohol because I tried to give up cursing for Lent and the first day my children do some marvelous stuff and I end up dropping the F-bomb. So maybe alcohol might be easier.
Yeah, I guess your swear jar gets full because, like, you know about the swear jars where you have to put like a pound in or a
Yes,
dollar in
yes,
every time you swear.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I have to think about. I mean, I feel like because I'll already be in the groove of dry January and not
Yeah,
having any alcohol, it might be easier for me to do in Lent as well because Lent kind of is the rest of February, all
yeah,
of March, and a tiny bit of April. So we'll see.
yeah,
But that's me. I think we need to speak about why people, such as myself, make New Year's resolutions. Like, what is the point of it all?
yeah.
From where you're sitting, Renz, what do you think is my point?
I think your point is because I've known you for 30 years. So I know it's because we are very goal oriented and we have to set them and achieve them because that's who we are and that's who we've always been. It's like second nature to you. I feel like it's like it should be second nature to us, but not to me this year.
Not to you. I wanted
No-
to talk about a bit of research that I carried out actually about the whole concept of New Year's resolutions and where it dates back to. From good old Google, New Year's resolutions believed to date back to Babylonian time over 4,000 years ago. The first people on record to celebrate arrival of New Year's, that was the Babylonians. They had a 12-day religious festival known as Akitu. At that point, they used to crown their new king or profess loyalty to the reigning king, and they used to make this New Year's resolution like a promise to the gods to pay outstanding debts or return borrowed items. What would happen is if they kept to their word, they would find favor with the gods, and if they didn't, they would fall out of favor with the gods. That's where New Year's resolutions is thought to have originated. If we have to link that to where I'm at, again, as you were saying, like I've always done New Year's resolutions of some sort, even if it's not at the end of December, at some point in January, I'm sitting down, I'm writing what I want to achieve for the year. Um, I've done it for most of my adult life. It's second nature to me. Uh, I'm a visual person, I would say. I like to see things written down, which is why I keep a paper diary. Like, so people will say to me, "Oh, why don't you like put your appointments in your is it Google Calendar?" No,
We haven't even showed each other our planners this year. One thing I can get with you is that I like my paper planners, but I haven't chosen mine this year. Oh my god, I'm off it.
but we're already in the middle of the month.
I know, I haven't even gotten one.
That's crazy. I have an aunt, um, and every Christmas, my auntie Carol, every Christmas she buys me a paper diary, and it's like it's like a proper those thick ones, and then it's all padded at the front and at
And
the back, and it's like it's got little. Do you know what I mean? And you've got the month planner, and then you've got the day,
yes,
right? And a little pen and everything, and I carry it everywhere I'm going. So that if someone says to me, "Oh, have you got, book this appointment and or can you do this with me on this date or doctors?" Or I'm like, wait, I've got my diary. And I pull out my physical diary and you should see their faces looking at me like weirdo. But I don't care. I keep a paper diary.
I know.
Yeah, and I'm one that has attended like vision board parties and stuff. I'm big on my manifestations. So that's
Yep,
a big
we
thing for
know.
me. Like okay, if you have a goal that you want to achieve and you don't write it down, so where is it at? Like how are you like explain?
Well, I write my goals down. I have, like you, I have a planner, and then I have journals for each of the goals that I have. So I do write my stuff down, but I also have a digital planner, and I put everything on my Google Calendar or my Outlook calendar, because sometimes I'm so busy with the kids and everything else, I can't open up my physical planner and see stuff. But Outlook and Google always send me little alerts. Hey, you got an appointment. Hey, call Molly. Yes, I
Okay,
put
fair.
call my bestie on my calendar.
No, honestly, like I feel like if I don't write my resolutions down, I become irritated or like I need to know what I'm doing. Even little things like, well, I say little things. Let's say like traveling and stuff. Like, would you just make your
Yeah.
mind up during the year that oh, I'm gonna go to here, I'm gonna go to this place, I'm gonna travel here. Like, I feel like from the year before, I kind of want to know what my year is looking like. No,
Uh, No. Well, you know better. You know, I just call you and say, "Hey, I want to come to London," and then you be like, "Let me
yeah,
check the
that's true.
planner. I can't. You can't come this day because I'm not gonna be here." And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Just
I mean, this is a
why?
true
Just
story. This is a very true story.
ser- seriously."
And okay, when
But
we
in
talk about
my
the
defense, I told you before, long before I wanted to come. So you should have put that in your planner first.
okay, I'll take that L. I'll take that L. What sort of resolutions are we looking at though, in terms of like when people make New Year's resolution? Well, since you don't really do them, I guess that's for me to explain. So it can be something like as small as we said, I've got my Dry January app and I'll be recording, the fact that I didn't drink at any point in January. Okay, fine. A
Sure.
lot of people as well tend to make resolutions about money. Like, so for example, for me, I'm doing no spend January. And when I say no spend January, like I'm not going to starve. Like I'm going to obviously go and buy groceries, but I'm talking about like the little things that you want to buy online. You just want to buy a little something to make yourself feel better. You had a bad day. And I'm like, oh, I'll just buy this top. I'll just
Me.
buy this shoe. I'll just buy this Coach bag, Rena. Yeah, oh, man, look at this bag.
Why
Can
you
I
gotta
buy
say
it?
that?
No. I'll put you on blast. Everyone, she wanted to buy a bag. And the answer is no.
She's like, "No." I'm like, "But they're on sale, and
I don't care about the
I
sale.
needed
It's not
to
even
feel
on
better
sale.
today."
No, because honestly, like, we will sit on Instagram and scroll and stuff, and then I see certain memes, and I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, there was two particular memes that influenced me. Like, no, you need to stop spending money. There was one that said, "Me spending my last money because I've been broke before and I didn't die," and I was like, "This is me." Like, this is me. Like, I'll be like, "Hmm,
Yes.
yeah, my last 20 in my current account. Here you go," and I'll just be like, "It's all right," because I didn't die because I have been broke before and I didn't die. Okay. So there's
No,
that.
I
But I'm
know.
like, no, I want to be more responsible. There's another one as well that I saw, and I feel like this one was a really like a resolution one. It said, "I had a million opportunities to waste money this year, and I took them all. In fact, even where there wasn't an opportunity, I created one." And I was like, whoa, just call my name. Just call my name next time. Just call my name.
Why are
What
you
do you
trying to
mean?
attack me?
That's how I feel. I feel attacked.
I feel attacked. Sometimes you just have to spend the money.
Don't get me wrong. I think obviously it's not about like just be depriving yourself and stuff like that. But because there's certain, you see, it's all about the goals. If you have certain things that you want to do or certain goals that you want to reach, or even like travel goals, I want to go here, I want to go there, I need to pay for this, need to pay for that, then why are we out here spending money on silly stuff? What about like weight
I
loss,
totally agree.
other things that people kind of make resolutions about weight loss and health? That's a big one.
Yeah. I was gonna plug in my fun fact. Only 9% of Americans that make New Year's resolutions complete them. And it's funny that you say weight loss because a lot of people you see they're on a weight loss goal. They're going to start going to the gym. January 1, the gyms are all full. January 2nd, the gyms are all empty. It's every year.
And I see people like,
I would,
especially guys will be like,
yes,
like on the WhatsApp status or whatever, and they'll just be
yes,
like, "Wow, there's so many people in the gym, but it's not gonna be like that for the rest of the month." And I'm like, or maybe even in February or something, like they're not gonna be interested in going to the
no.
gym anymore. And I get that.
But you know what? This is why I'm not making any New Year's resolutions. I want to be healthy. I want to lose some weight, but I'm going to set a goal, which might restart every single month to lose 10 pounds. I'm not going to say my resolution for the year is to get healthy because I feel it's just so much pressure having a resolution compared to a goal. Because you can kind of go with your goal, but like your resolutions, you have to stick to it or else.
Yeah, fair enough. Actually, I kind of thought goals and resolutions might be interchangeable. No, they're not the same, are they?
They could be interchangeable, but I feel like resolutions are just so much more hard set and you gotta do it at the beginning of the year.
I
Otherwise you're
think the
gonna
word is
fail.
just
But
scaring
goals
you
can
because you said you set goals. So I think the word is
yeah,
just scaring you.
maybe. Are you
All
trying
right,
to
let
say
me
I'm
tell you
scared of
about something.
resolutions?
I've been taught like through various other podcasts that I listen to and like just books that I read. I've been taught, as you were mentioning before, that when you're making a goal, you have to be very specific. Okay. You can't just be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I want to lose weight," or "I want to eat healthy." No, you have to be quite specific about it. So that's why I make mine quite specific. So I'm going to tell you about something that happened in 2011, right? To me,
Right.
when I at the beginning of, was it 2011? Maybe 20, no, 2013. 2013, right? So at that point, I was done with all of my legal studies and I was like, right, I want to get a job, a law related job, right? That was even before I qualified, right? At some point, I know I had to get a training
Mm-hmm.
contract so I could qualify as a lawyer, but I was like, nope, I'm going to get some sort of a legal job, like a paralegal, legal assistant, whatever. Because I was just like working in the job that I had from part time when I
Yeah,
was studying at uni. So
I
2013, I
remember
was
that.
like, right. I wrote it down, and I've got the paperwork somewhere. I wrote it down, and I said, I am going to have a new job by the start of the financial year, which was April
Mm-hmm.
the 1st. And if it's April the 6th, but whatever. Anyway, I got to work throughout January, February, March. I'm applying. Yeah. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know I have to work towards my goal. So I'm doing lots of applications and stuff. Mind you, I'm working some really long hours at this other place. Even if I come home at 10 p.m., I was still applying in the mornings before I go start my shift, on the weekends, like I was living and breathing applications. Guess the date that I started the new job. No, no, because you're joking. Guess the date I started the new job.
8%?
April the 1st, I started the new job. And at that point, I was like, okay. Now I know you're gonna say, "Oh, you're just being superstitious." No, I set the resolution slash goal, and I did what I had to do, and it worked. Tell me,
That's more of a goal than you saying in January at midnight, you're gonna get a new job, whatever. I don't know. I just don't
no,
like
the resolution was
I
written
don't like
down as to get legal to get.
right.
I know you're just
I
trying to down.
guess.
I know you're trying to downplay this
I'm
achievement.
s- I'm still not setting no
You're not
resolutions
convinced.
this year. Nope.
Okay, okay, think about this, right? Whether or not you made this resolution, because I know it's something that you kind of, in terms of like your social and you know family time, friends time thing, you might have said, year in, year out, you're like, okay, I'm going to make more effort with my friends and my family, or, to get in contact more. Is this not a resolution? Every week you're stuck talking to me, mate.
Yeah, it is a resolution. You know what? That reminds me. Remember that year I made the resolution I was gonna stay off Facebook for a year, and I did.
And you did.
Really did, but I don't know. The past couple of years have taught me that I make resolutions and by the first week in January, they're broken. So this year, I'm just going free YOLO, I guess, and just going to the flow, but still keeping with my goals that I've had from last year. I'm just bringing them over. I'm not setting new resolutions. Talking about weight and stuff, I'm also embracing the fact that I am a mini Highland cow. But I'm gonna eat better, so I could be like probably like a calf, not a cow.
No, but I know what you mean because think about it, right? Obviously, as you know, I'm a stickler for
Yeah.
my New Year's resolutions. I write them down. I love to see it. I can see it on paper. I'll do my vision boards, because there's things, if I think about it now, I have vision boards where I put like it's weird. I had a vision board with a picture of a bouncing baby girl. These times I wasn't even,
I know
these times
you
I wasn't even trying to get pregnant, nothing, right? And what baby do I have? It's a
you
whole
have
thing.
a
I don't care.
beautiful
Do
baby
vision
girl.
boards, write resolutions. It's a whole thing. But what I'm trying to
What
say
you're
is what?
trying to say is I need an accountability partner to keep with my resolutions so I can make
Yeah.
them. Okay.
I mean, look,
I got
I'm
you.
convinced you to write stuff down, but whatever. The question I have for you then now is, based on our conversation, have you changed your mind about the New Year's resolution?
Have not. I don't think I will set a New Year's resolution this year. I want to see how it goes with this year, me not setting a resolution and just continuing my goals from last year and working on them. And maybe, just maybe, next year I might set a resolution and see if there's a big difference. But I kind of feel like this year is my year to just try to not fear the fear of failing, I guess, because when I set resolutions, I feel like if I don't reach them, I fail, and that crushes me. So, nope, not gonna set a resolution.
Okay, whereas for me, I think the reason why I haven't changed my mind and I will still do my New Year's resolutions, write them down, is because I just don't think I have the mental capacity to be any other way because I feel like I've had decent results this way. And for me, it scares me a little bit going into a new year, not really knowing what I'm doing. Do you know what yeah, or what my plans are? As much as I say you only live once, live your best life, all these things go with the flow, right?
Yeah.
Because of like,
You
we
go
know
home
how
and write
short
everything
life is and
down.
all of that stuff. But I feel like I have to have that
Yep.
degree of control a little bit so I know what's going on. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get it. You want to have the control because so you can see it, but do you really have the control? Or is your resolution controlling you? Have you thought about it like that? So then you can't do anything other than that resolution. I don't know. This year I'm trying it,
Uh,
and I we will revisit it and see how that works. I actually saw an ad for like a Peloton this morning randomly, and I'm like, "Oh, I should probably get a Peloton. Maybe I'll be a good cyclist."
or actually, do you know what? You say that I saw an ad for a walking pad. No, because honestly, I was thinking to myself the other day, like I really wanted to go. It's early in the morning, I wake up at the crack of dawn, and
Yeah.
I wanted to go for a walk,
Yep.
and it's dark and it's freezing, and I'm like, sometimes I don't
Mm.
feel safe. I don't feel
No.
safe. It's not just about it being cold and me being lazy. Like sometimes I actually don't feel safe, even if I want to go and walk at like 6 a.m. because it's still a bit dark. So yeah, maybe you get me a walking pad, boo.
Maybe. Maybe.
So, well, unsuccessfully, I've not managed to change her mind, guys, but who
Nope.
knows what could happen
Sorry.
in the middle of the year. We will check
Maybe.
in. We will be accountable to each other. And we'll see
Yes.
how we go from there.
Most definitely would like to know if all the things that you said that you resolutioned, or if that's even a word,
Resolutions
came
came to
actually
fruition.
happened. Came to
Okay, fine.
fruition. Yes.
I'll let you know.
You will let me know. So what's coming up next episode?
You tell me what's coming up, mate.
We are going to talk
Is it my
about
fourth?
the
Is it my
dreaded
40th this year or yours?
the big 4-0. Okay. And I guess what it feels like to be the big 4-0. We will have a guest join us for this one. Just talking about it. I don't even want to talk about it, but here she is making me talk about it.
No, you know what it is because in our friendship group, there's a lot of, I have to say them, a lot of them are turning 40 this year. They're all 1986 babies. I'm a 1987 baby. So again, what happened is when I left the UK and went to Dominica, there wasn't space for me in the class that I was supposed to be in. So they just took me and plonked me in Rena's class. So I was
Hey, hey,
always the
hey.
youngest
I
person
think
in the
they
class.
no, no, no. Let's get this straight. I think they thought you were too smart because you came from the UK, so they put you in our class. That's what I think.
Well, they very soon learned. That's all I have to say. They very soon learned their lesson. Okay, so that's that.
Actually,
But anyways, um, we're gonna talk about just yeah the year for them, what it's looking like, how they're gonna be celebrating because we're big on birthdays. We love a birthday, don't we?
no, but everybody who knows me knows that birthdays is my thing. I will get you a card. I will get you a plant. Your birthday is important. Birthdays are just important.
Well, you see, New Year's
Just,
resolutions mean this is why I'm not spending much money this year because I know it's your 40th. Yeah, you still haven't changed your mind. Anyway, that's another
yeah,
story.
no, not,
That's another
not changing my
story.
mind.
But yeah, we look forward to you joining us next week for our 1986 Babies episode. In the meantime, we are on YouTube. Please subscribe. Please like. We are
We're on
on
Spotify.
Spotify. Please follow. Follow us on Instagram. Links in bio always.
Bye, Molly.
Bye.